got wildflowers starting to bloom in our little wildflower patch. We got sunflowers over there, the wild ones. I can't remember the name of them. There's some endangered species, but they grow pretty good on our property. And we got, those aren't black-eyed Susans. That's something different. I don't know what those are. I'll have to look it up. But there's all kinds of stuff growing up over here. It's kind of patchy underneath the trees. But that's taken off. Good morning, y'all. It is a beautiful morning. Headed to the farm. We got some spraying to do. Again, today's pretty much the theme of the week is going to be spraying, support for spraying. We got to spray coastal today. We got some Johnson grass we're going to try to clean up. So we got a specialized product that we're going to use for that. And then we have been having a problem with coastal maggots. So what it is the top of the coastal plant, the top 2 inches of the blade, there's a fly that'll lay an egg in the top of that. And what happens is that egg hatches into larvae, or the maggot. They'll actually suck the sap out of the top of the plant and essentially terminates the plant. So then it stops growing. So we try to combat that this year. We talked to our agronomist about what we can do to try to help with that. So what we ended up doing is when we sprayed nitrogen, 7 days after we cut it, we put some 25S nitrogen on it and did a tank mix with that with some insecticide control to try to help that. It's not a perfect system, but it's what we're going to do. So now 14 days after cutting, we're going to go back in and we're going to spray it again. Johnson grass is about 24 inches tall, so now's the perfect time to get in there and try to get that cleaned up. I like Johnson grass in pastures, and I like Johnson grass in mixed grass hay, but in our really good coastal, we don't want that Johnson grass just because it will absolutely take over a field. And the problem with it is it will choke out the coastal, and it takes a long time for that coastal to come back once you eradicate the Johnson grass. So gonna do a little preventative maintenance today. We're about 2 weeks away from cutting coastal again, so hopefully we'll get another couple inches of rain in the next week or so, and we'll make a pretty good coastal crop. Outside of that, probably get done with that. I may go spray some pastures, just depends on what the weather does. If it doesn't get too hot and it's not too windy this afternoon. Got some spraying I got to do tomorrow, so I need to get a materials list together for that. And then we may move some dirt, we may move some calves, we may do something completely different. Just depends on what happens today. But coastal for sure is going to get sprayed. I was given orders by the boss. That's getting done today. And I said, okay, boss, I got you. Probably going to go home a little early today. I have an absolute pile of invoicing to do and invoices to go through and receipts. And I've got a bunch of editing I got to do for you guys to bring you some content. It's been a good week. I think these videos this week are going to be killer for you guys. So, going to work on a little bit of that. But it's going to be a good day. I'm optimistic that I'm not going to be as stressed out today as I was yesterday. So it's always nice when you get to go spray for yourself. All right, well, see you later. You know, I was thinking about something silly on my way in. I have way too much time on my hands when I'm driving, so bear with me. But over the course of a day, I usually drive between 2, 3, 4 vehicles. Typically it's the Prius at some point, it's the Canyon, it's the Beast, or it's a tractor. And I was just thinking about the level of wave that you get. So people waving at you, the level of wave. No one waves at you in a Prius, especially a grown man driving a Prius. Nobody waves at you. The Canyon, you might get the old 1 finger, 2 finger, or whatever. You driving the Beast though, boy, people give you the whole hand. Hey, look at you driving that big old truck. And then tractors is a mixed bag. I found that there's certain people that will wave at you and say, "Hey, how you doing?" And then there's other people that they're just absolutely angry that you're doing 20, 25 miles an hour down the road. And it don't matter. You can pull over. They don't know. Some people don't know how to pass. Like, you trying your best just to move over and let them go around or wave them around, and they just sit there, and then they get the mad face. When the rain falls, even when the floods are rising, even when the storm comes, I am lost by the heart. Even when the rain falls, I'm lost by the heart. Even when the rain falls, even when the floods are rising, even when the storm comes. Slight change in plans. Christian called, well, he texted on the way in, said his car won't start this morning. So I told him, no problem, buddy. You take the day, get your car fixed. I'll handle birds for you. I'll do chores. Thankfully, I got all my customer paid work done this week early on. So we'll spend the morning doing chores at the farm. I probably need to walk birds anyways. I like to put eyes on them at least once a week, and I hadn't done that yet. So it all works out for a reason. Just remember that. Sometimes you make plans and you think things are going to go the way that you want them to, and they don't, but it'll all work out in the end. So stay flexible, try to have fun. Man, these birds are looking good. They're starting to get plump. See that? They're starting to get plump. They're getting wide. They look good. Very pleased with these birds. House one. There ain't supposed to be no roosters in these houses. We're supposed to be raising all sex tens, but that there's a rooster, and that cat is healthy. Sheesh, that's a big old bird. A wide load right there, boy. People ask me and say, hey, it must really stink in them houses. And I go, yeah, it does. It doesn't smell great. Problem is, you get it in your hair and on your hands, and just like, even if you wear gloves, I can just smell it on myself all day. So I always try to change clothes when I get done walking birds. But they kind of packed in here now. We're getting close to the end. It takes a little while longer to walk because it takes a little while to move them all. And I try to take my time and go slow, keep the stress level down as much as possible. Especially when it's hot like this. Almighty, there's some big roosters in this. Look at that thing. That dude's huge. Big old red comb. But you kind of get used to the smell of things. My dad always says it smells like money, which I agree. This is how we earn a living. The chicken houses keep us afloat. Not so bad right now. Birds looking good. Houses feel good. The floors are just a touch wet in house two. We had a regulator issue on a couple of water lines. They were cranked up a little too high. They didn't get adjusted correctly. We alleviated that, but it kind of wetted the floors up a little bit. And they're a little sticky. It also doesn't help that we're like 95% humidity, and 90 degrees and having to pull cool cells. That just kind of adds to it. But so far, I've been pretty pleased with what I've been seeing. Chugging along. See that black box right there? That's a sensor. I guess, I don't know if it's sonar or radar or what's in that box. It gets down to a certain level, kicks the overhead on, fills it up till it senses feed, and shuts it off. See that? Birds of a feather flock together. Those are all roosters right there, all chilling. All right, well, chickens are done. That's all done. Walk them. Pretty good. I mean, nothing too exciting in there. I am going to fix a gate. This is, I don't know how many times I've had to put this thing back on the hinge. I'm gonna fix it right because I'm tired of messing with it. And it always seems like it's me it falls off on. I don't know why. No one else ever seems to have a problem. And if they do have a problem, then they just leave it sit there for me to fix. So I'm gonna grab a scrap piece of wood here. And then Dory just texted me and said that water heater in the house is dead. One day she's gonna start texting me about stuff that doesn't require me fixing something in that house or something being wrong there. Joys of home ownership. Almost be easier just to rent. Yeah, you don't have no equity, but then you don't have to pay taxes. You don't have to do the upkeep. Someone else takes care of all the maintenance. I don't know. But hell, rent now, about as much, it's more than a mortgage. So, there's really no good way of doing it. Anyhow, this is what my problem is. This hinge keeps coming off there. So, we're gonna take that loose, prop it up, get it back on there, and I'm gonna put 2 self-tappers in it. Keep it from sliding back down. Well, that's fixed. I didn't video me doing that because it's just aggravating. So hopefully it won't fall off no more. And if it does, I'm just gonna replace the whole dang hinge assembly because I'm tired of messing with it. All right, I'm gonna go feed the bulls. Come on in, Jay. Still Steve. I don't like this hair. That's cool. What's up, Steve? T-Pain, Gainer. What, boy? I knew you were gonna need mineral. Ooh, Yanni, you looking good, bud. I'm proud of Yanni. Big boy right there. That's a high hope grown bull right there. Well, Dad got rolling on moving dirt while I was in the houses. He about got it knocked out. Looks good. Looks real good. Almost smooth enough to grow grass on too. Need a little rain. Let that pack in. That fill he got, it's a good clean fill. Just it's a little dry. So needs a little rain. Let that settle in. We'll probably have to go back and top dress it a little bit. But let that settle. Drag some grass seed in on it, and maybe we'll actually not have to contend with the swamp all the time. Hi, you okay? Any babies yet? I don't want to bother you. I know you're sitting on them eggs, but you got babies under there? Nope, no babies yet. Okay, we're finally headed to the field to spray. So we're gonna go to the farthest one away first, and then we're gonna work our way back to the farm, and I'm gonna end under a shade tree over here at High Hope. That's where I'm gonna end up. So we got two 10-acre fields, and then we got one 24-acre field. So 44 acres total, 3 gallons the acre. That shouldn't be too bad. So it's our own stuff too, so I can take my time. It doesn't matter how long it takes, which is nice. Got done with chores pretty quick. I was done about 11, but had a chemical salesman show up, and we talked to him for a little bit. Me and Dad went over a few things, trying to get a plan together. He's going to bale hay. He did get all the dirt moved, so that looks great. Just need a little rain on it. He's going to bale hay. I'm gonna go spray. As soon as I'm done spraying, I'm going to the house to do work on books. When we get done spraying, I'm probably gonna run over to Matt's and take a look at that brown top over there, see if it's come up or not. We really need another inch of rain on that for it to be good, because it stayed dry like this. If it did get any kind of germination, it ain't gonna take long for it to wilt. That ground's hard as a rock. Not a whole lot of subsoil moisture in there. We're about an inch away for everything right now. We need about an inch of rain, and an inch of rain will do our corn good, and we'll be pretty close to making corn. So hopefully 100 plus bushel. That'd be pretty darn good for us. I sure am ready to get my new truck. My poor little Canyon. It's not like pulling this drawing trailer. But I gotta do what I gotta do for right now. You know, I got waiting on everything right now. I'm waiting on bin parts, waiting on that truck to get done. Got a new rifle scope coming. That's supposed to be here today. Can't wait to get home and unbox that bad boy. Now, something I've been working on is I'm trying to quit drinking energy drinks. I was drinking 2, sometimes 3 a day, and just my anxiety was out of control sometimes. Like I was just a mess, and I said, you know, I gotta stop these things. So it's been about a week. I think I've had one in a week, but not even a big one. Little yellow Red Bull. That's like my go-to. The little yellow, the tropical Red Bull. Love those things. They're terrible for you, but they're just poison. This stuff's just poison. So I've been trying to work on that. It's starting to feel a little better, actually. I think actually feel like I have more energy. I don't know that I'm sleeping better, but I'm not near as, I don't have the brain fog all day long, which is good. I probably need to not have brain fog, being is what I do. But I'm always working on something. There's always a project. Might be myself, might be something on the farm, might be something at the house. Always working on something. This is the stuff we're after right here, this Johnson grass, and I might be just a touch late, maybe a day. But we got some, oh shoot. We got moths in here too. I'm gonna have to start walking for army worms. I don't know what moth that is. I need to do a quick, but the stand in here is so good. Gosh, this looks good. We get this Johnson grass cleaned up in here. This coastal's gonna make. We about 2 weeks from cutting. A bunch of grasshoppers in here. But we're gonna take care of them too. So got the drone loaded, ready. We got our map set up. RTK's talking, tanks mixed. Everything's good to go. I'm gonna get her flying and I'm gonna sit in the air conditioning. It's hot. Well, field number 1's done. I was going to field number 2. Dad called and said, we're going to hook the baler up. And I forgot to take the monitor and the harness and all that stuff out of the 91 to put in the 151. And I said, okay. I said, I guess I'll go take that part and leave that there for you. And he said, sounds good. So quick little pit stop. Take me 10 minutes, pull all that stuff out, and then I'll be headed to the next field. So I didn't really film the drone. There's only so many times you can watch it go back and forth and put product out. I mean, it doesn't get any more exciting than that. So got home about 20 minutes ago. It's 6 o'clock now. Got home, took a shower. Had all intentions of doing a lot of stuff this evening when I got home. But that's probably not going to happen. I'm going to go fix dinner. And I'm probably going to chill. We'll see if I can't get some of that done tomorrow. And Dory was right. The hot water heater is not no bueno, buddy. About halfway through my shower, I went from a hot shower to a cold shower. Anyways, till next time, y'all take it easy.